day, welcome to another edition of Better Our Society on Benue People's TV online makurdi. I am Nyamkyume Doobee Josephine. On today's edition, we will be looking at gender-based violence. Gender-based violence, also known as women or girl child abuse. This is the maltreatment, malhandling, or negative act towards the female gender in the society. These, of course, have caused a lot of harmful effects, both socially, emotionally, psychologically, on our girl child and women today. Now, let's look at the forms by which gender-based violence take. We talk of rape, manhandling or bullying of wives, house helps by husbands, or family relations in the home. We talk of hawking on the streets by the young girls when school are supposed to be in session. We talk of taking the young girls out there for prostitution in order to make money. We also look at beating and insulting of wives in the house. Gender-based violence is as a result of some reasons. Now let's look at the reasons. Gender-based violence is as a result of gender inequality. This is, of course, the major reason behind gender-based violence in our country. The struggle for who is the head of the family, often by the husband, often leads to them maltreating the wife in order to suppress them and make them obey them. Gender-based violence is also as a result of ignorance, mostly on the side of the victims. Some of them not being aware of the places they meet people, go out to meet friends who, of course, sometimes they meet on social media, and they end up being raped. Indecent dressing. Some ladies go out half naked, and as a result, they end up being victims of rapists. The search for shelter and protection or better environments makes some people go in search of jobs, which they end up in the hands of hoodlums who take them out for sex working. Gender-based violence is also as a result of a common idea, which is known that mind your business. Gender-based violence is as a result of lack of adequate policies by the legislature regulating the punishment of offenders or those who harass or molest the ladies. Now let's look at the ways by which gender-based violence affects the ladies and women in our youth. Of course, it affects them socially, emotionally, and health-wise. Someone who has been raped, of course, suffers emotional insecurity. She is afraid of going to school, mostly the girls, as she does not know whether she will be raped on the way. This act also leads to broken homes, as some women who can no longer contain this in their homes decide to leave their families. Children, of course, get involved in this, as they suffer emotionally due to separations by parents. Gender-based violence also affects health-wise in the sense that a child who has been raped suffers depression, as he or she cannot have a stable state of mind due to being remembered of how she was raped on the street by unknown persons. This also leads to single parenthood, as victims do not have husbands at the end of the day when they are being raped, and as a result they have no choice than to raise the children by themselves. This also leads to anger. Someone who has been raped, a child mostly coming up, who has been raped, suffers emotionally, and as a result, he or she is prone to be angry at all times, and as a result, might decide to retaliate on whoever she comes in contact with. Lack of trust. When these girls are being harassed, or these women encounter broken homes, they no longer trust the men out there, and as a result, this affects our lives. It also affects performance in the society. Of course, women are the home builders. When they encounter this, or they are being restricted from going out to attend to social functions, as a result, they are being affected and they no longer function properly. Now, let's look at the ways in which gender-based violence can be stopped. Of course, gender-based violence is a duty for you and I as an individual. Let's make sure there's enlightenment. You and I can take up the task of enlightening those around us on the need to stop maltreating the women or girls in the society. Government or non-governmental organizations can take it upon themselves to organize campaigns in order to enlighten the public on the need to stop gender-based violence. Of course, women are our mothers, girls are our sisters, they are our daughters. There's every need for us to stop maltreating them. Ladies who meet men on social media should ensure that they are sure of their safety and the places they go to meet them, so that they won't end up in the hands of rapists. Avoid violent relationships. Parents should establish a strong bond between them and their children. so that their children can feel safe to tell them whenever they have challenges or they encounter any form of gender-based violence. Husbands should treat their wives with love and ensure that they do not insult them, bully, or harass them. Families who adopt children should ensure that they treat them with love. And also, those who go in search of their relations in order to serve as house helps in their homes should also treat them as human beings with love. Dear viewers, you can agree with me that gender-based violence is of no good to our society, and there is every need to stop it. Whenever you see any act, any maltreatment, do not say it is not your business. When we lose a soul, we have lost a vital part of our society. So whenever you see any act of that nature, you make sure you report to relevant authorities. And children who encounter this should make sure they do not keep it to themselves, but meet whoever they trust or can confide in order to find possible solutions so they won't continue to encounter such. This has been all today on today's edition of Better Our Society on Bptv online Makurdi. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest happenings. Once again, I remain Nyamkyume Doobee Nyamkyume saying have a wonderful time. Bye.